Good afternoon, venerable participant here, and I would like to pay my respect to lecturer. So today I have a chapter 2 presentation about the chapter 35 about the teaching young learner in English as a second language or foreign language setting. So now we have two members. We have me, Kotarim, and another one, Bong Nadat. Hello, Bong Nadat.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good afternoon to all my beloved classmates, especially our lecturer. Yeah, please
okay,
continue.
okay. So now we going to the content. So now I have five main points. The first one maybe focus on the question why you take English to the young learner. Another one, what make young learner unique or learning style. Another one, key strategies for teaching English. Another one, inspiring the next generation. The next part, tips for engaging English as a second language classroom. And the last one, common challenging and solution. So now I didn't have about a discuss question. I would like to let's through to my point also. The first one, why you take English to the young learner? Why you are a teacher? Why you decided to teach the English to the teacher? So for me, it is important for you are a teacher that you teach the young learner to make a or to build up a human resource from they still young until they teenager, and also they can be a good person also. Another one, they can have a language, they can communicate with each other because it's important for them to living or communication with environment. So now we have three main points focus on the why teaching English to the young learner. The first one, you hear me clearly, teacher?
Yeah, Tarim, can hear you clearly.
Yeah,
You can
okay,
go.
very clear. You
Okay,
can
great.
go on.
Okay,
Yeah, we can clear.
okay. The first one, growing demand for English global. You know that being we can say English teacher is very powerful or widespread or viral from the different country or many country. They also want to being a English teacher or teach for another language or we can say foreign language because it's very useful that the teacher very have many different or many type of their own ability to teach the student also because a teacher is very normally a teacher in this career very have a lot of work or have much more work than like another career like architecture not normally has much work to do or another one just only focus on the teacher many yeah a lot in Cambodia we mostly some of them maybe choose another subject but they still use teaching for their instead of their work also like can be as a experience also another one the growing about the global communication just only you learn for example you teach the student for them to have a communication for example like when a student they can see each other or we can say see all these students the student cannot speak the same language they just only use another language or we can say use the one language that suitable for them to speak together or to understand together also like my experience I taught for we can say foreign student or we can say CLD student. For example, he come from Australian. So now I try to my student, yeah, try to use their language or use another word that can help, like we can say hello, hi to friendly with a CLD student. Also, another one, the CLD student, they can maybe say hello, hi to them also. But I would like to motivate them try to speak with your friend because it English can useful. Yeah, you are a young learner to help you to remember some words, some language they can communicate with each other. Another one, early learning advantage. For early learning advantage, we can say language acquisition is faster is young learner. So now let we compare from the kid and to the teenager. For example, about the kid maybe around 5 years and around 5 to 7 years and 10 to 12. So now we let's compare about the student. They have age from 5 to 7. Focus on the brain process about their remember what they learn, or we can say the kid faster or remember then quickly than the teenager. But normally teenager they have a lot. We have a critical thinking more than the young learner also. For example, when as my experience, I teach the kid from level 4 or 5. They just only when I ask them about the question, they just only repeat some lesson that I taught the kid from the maybe yesterday or la previous lesson. Another one when I take another class like a teenager, they can have when I ask the question, they can have many idea or we can say answer from outside the context of my question also. But young learner maybe answer my question following about in the context also. Another one, cognitive cognitive, social, and cultural. Because on the people, they have a opportunity when they go to travel or when the young learner they change school, they change environment, so they can use English to communicate with their friend. Another one, according to the by their knowing some English and help them to know about when they, for example, when your family go to abroad. So the kid they have learned English not much more, but they can learn by from their acquire their knowledge with their ability. So when the kid they see the picture, the sign of something, they can know, oh, what is that? What is it? So this is the about the cognitive or mental process of the kid from they learn or from they remember also. Another one, social, is when you go to somewhere, the people, for example, for we can say when we meet or we met the kid met or the teenager met the foreigner teacher, so now we cannot speak Khmer as my we are Cambodian people, we cannot speak Khmer to the foreigner, so we need try to use English as the meet or we can say is the goal for the communicate with the foreigner as well. So English or we can say another language can be important for them also, for the kid or for teenager as well. Another one, cultural benefit. Cultural benefit is very helpful to have the kid. They understand about different culture, and also they can enjoy about their learning with the teacher or when through with their friend also. For example, when the student they from come a different culture, they have many habits or their own style. So now we can learn from each other. For example, the student come from the different area. They can be a outstanding student. Another one maybe a slow learner, so they can learn each other by something that look at each other, maybe following about the habit they each other, and they can learn about the culture from each other. Also, as my experience, I learned from the Western University. I have a foreign or CLD student, we can say Islamic student. So I learned from them about the culture, like we cannot sit or we cannot stay each other with two person or one or face to face. We just only need more than 2 or 3 students or people that we can sit together because the culture in the Islamic we cannot face to face or sit face to face with the different culture and different people. But for girl and girl can sit together. But normally boy and girl not can cannot face to face communication. So now let's move to the next. Okay, what makes young learner unique? It focuses on the strategy that the teacher need to be consider about the technique or some method that help students to have unique in learning English also. And the first one, we have a short attention span. Focus on about their process or cognitive development about their attention. For example, the kid we have only maybe 5 to around 15 minutes about their attention, but not like a teenager. Teenager maybe around an hour or more than, yeah, because kid, you need to teach them or the language, maybe try to flexible or to switch some activity that fit their lesson or fit their knowledge also. For example, like we teach vocabulary, you just only teach them about vocabulary, just only show them about the flashcard, only the picture. You need to add more. For example, after you taught a flashcard or the picture to them, you just only need have another activity like make them to try to sing or done with together, but focus on the content, what you got or what you taught to the student also. Another one, learn best through play, exploration and interaction. Okay, focus on the fun learning. The children, they learn a lot when they are playing with the teacher also. For example, you need to be a block of the lesson that can help student or to teach the student like about you study about the shape, but normally just only make about the color. Yeah, teaching about the color, some another color that have that fit with the shape of the content also. Another one, for example, like teacher try to think about the vocabulary and about the preposition. They just only make the student like you can ask the student, for example, where is my pen? So the student maybe some of them maybe can answer or can tell you about, oh, my pen maybe on the table or in outside outside the class also. So we just only learn by blocking. Another one focus on the prefer visual and sensory stimuli. About this one, we focus on the kid. They understand better when they see the picture about the type of object. For example, we teach them by through the context, or for example, we should add to the real life. For example, we teach about the vocabulary about the mango. You come or you bring the mango to them and try about the tasty. Yeah, you think about the vocabulary of the mango. Another one want them to know about the tasty of the mango. We just only make them to try a mango, and they can feel like oh, it is sour, it is sweet, also like that, because it helps them to remember when they are growing up. For example, like when they meet about a teacher give you to describe about the mango, they can know about oh, mango it sweet, it green, color green, also like that. We can say with visual and sensory stimuli, because stimulus also after more that like we think about animal, we come from that we bring a lot of picture that relate to the animal like a cat, cow, whatever. They can help you help a student to learn or to remember about the animal, like I mentioned about that. It help them to know about we can say category of the one by one of the animal, fruit, whatever, to block them to understand what that. Another one, we focus on the try in positive and support environment. Teacher need to encourage the student, while the student they do a great do right or wrong. Just only like for example, when a student not make or answer not correct, definitely you give encourage them or motivate them, like you can say, oh, okay, you do a great job, or we can say another word, excellent your work or your answer correct, but not at all. But I would like to add some more point like that. Another one, teacher avoid teacher avoid criticism about their mistake. For example, when the student they answer wrong, just only not, oh, you are wrong, you are not good. So student need to try avoid this word also, to motivation them, to encourage them to feel like a confident when they answer. Teacher give feedback, maybe go to make them feel like happy to get the feedback also. Another one, supportive environment. Just only about teachers need to have achievement for them. Just only learning by motivation, but environment from their learning. Just only have a supportive from their parent, their friend or they are member of their group or in the class also. And so now we go into the next slide, the last one of my presentation about key strategy for interaction English. The first one we have interactive activity. So now activity when we maybe warm up or lead into the content or to the lesson also. Just only normally I maybe interview much more than yeah as my experience, but I just focus on the song that help students they feel like happy or feel to learn with you together. Another one game very useful for because students like to play game also in my class because they want to play game to make it more fun or to more happy that to feel them want to study with us also. Another one sto- uh, storytelling, for example when the teacher uh, speak or show the short topic make the student like want to study also like focus on about the cartoon whatever or we can say teacher should to be know about the observation about the student what kind of story that the student need or student like also. Another one we should add maybe like a flashcard or the picture, yeah, like object of the something like animal fruit. You need to make the student like to when you take vocabulary you need to connect it or link this word to the sentence or to the another strategy that help the student just only they learn about vocabulary but they can speak in a sentence or a short sentence also. Another one video is very useful like to have them remember or can say so then they can listen and speak or can respond. For example like we give a video or we assign the student to watch video maybe 2 minutes or so, just only watch and after that after the end of the watching teacher can be have a in interview or question also that relate or reflection from their watching also they can have the student they have a thinking and memorizing. Another one repeat repetition, yeah it's very useful for the student from or we can say useful for the teacher from their tick in past from until now but can be teachers still use the same repetition also, just only drill repeat the word from teacher. For example, today we study about vocabulary, but you need to repeat the student or try to use technique different technique to help student learn not only vocabulary, just only drill the word, but only maybe can you link this word to the sentence also like think about the car. The teacher just only link with the sentence maybe some grammar 10 like I try maybe I try a car just only student repeat not only word just only need to link with a sentence also. Another one scaffolding it very useful, yeah just really about the challenging about the student they have learn much more than they know. For example the teacher they learn about the color but the student just only know about the color but we need to have a scaffolding to recognize them to have a mixed color together. For example, when we mix a red and blue together, what happen? Or we have another color to, or the result of the color may be blue or green also. Another one, it increase them to have a thinking or try to create their learning also. That's all for my point. Let's move to another.
Here, once again, I would like to pay my respect to venerable lecturer and good afternoon to all beloved classmates. So this is my slide. It's as you know, when you teach young learners, you face a lot of challenges. So you need to find a lot of solutions. So the first point is behavior management. You need to use clear rules and positive reinforcement. You know, do not, for example, you give them homework that when they forget it, you do not punish them like forcefully. Just warn them or just write their name on the whiteboard, say that okay, next time when you do it, okay, you will need to come to whiteboard and say sorry to all the classmates, so don't forget it again. So this boosts the positive reinforcement. So do not just deduct their score or blame them forcefully. This is one solution. And another point is diverse learning speeds, adapt to individual needs. So as you know, we have the outstanding student to poor students when you teach young learners. So you need to adapt to their needs. You know, don't try to force the poor students to follow the outstanding one. You can put them in the group, or you can go and observe that poor student much more than the outstanding one. This is also one solution because you know the poor students sometimes they don't understand that, so they lose their interest to learn to listen to you. So you need to go and check them frequently. And the third one is you need to limit the exposure to English. You need to provide immersive experiences. It means when you give them tasks, they you don't need to have them a lot. Like when they do not understand some points of your task or homework, you need to let them ask their friends first before coming to you. So that this is the way you limit the exposure to English, so they can learn more from that. And the fourth point is parental involvement. You need to encourage home support for learning. As of now, we have the Telegram. I believe that, and we have the parents' phone number. Yeah, especially for young learners, when we need to have the connection with their parents to boost their parents to teach them more at home. Okay, but you need to limit their parent not to have them with the work, just have explained, for example, for the homework. As for my experience for teaching in these past 11 years, sometimes when I give homework, I can see that that homework is not the knowledge from the student, is from the parent. So when you ask the parental involvement, make sure that they don't do it for their kids. Just have explain them. This is the solution to all the four challenges. So let's move to the next slide. So this is the tips for engaging ESL classroom. As you know, the kids lose interest. Like Karim mentioned in his slide, the young learners, age from about 5 to 12 years old, we can count them as young learners. They have short span attention. Like if you teach them for 1 hour, you cannot just teach them the whole lesson. You need to involve in some activity because they have short spans of interest, like about 20 to 30 minutes only. So to make them feel that, the first point, you need to create a safe and welcoming environment. It's like, for example, like Karim mentioned, like he has the foreign classmates, and I believe if you are a teacher, you also face that problem. Some students, even Cambodians, even Cambodian students, even local students, they we have the Islamic, we have the Buddhist, we have a Christian, coming together in the class. So you need to create a safe space for them to communicate. You need to motivate them that okay, no need to think about racism. Okay? Just go and talk to your friends, no matter what religion they are. And the second point, incorporate cultural relevant in lessons. You see, when you explain the lesson, I believe some lesson maybe be related to some religions, so or even some culture, because we have European culture, Asia culture, and even in Asia we have different, like Southeast Asia or even the Middle East. So you need to incorporate it, okay, in the lesson. You need to explain them. You need to boost their motivation in learning. Do not insult them. And the third one, use technology to enhance learning. Like you can add them in the Telegram group, or yeah, you can send them some tips. Okay, after learning, some students may be difficult to understand, and also we have short time with them, so you can send into the group, and ask them to ask their parents or their relatives, or even if they have difficult question, they can come back to you, or you can just send a video like the YouTube link that can help them. This is the way you use the technology to enhance learning. Also, you can ask them if I believe mostly all of the young learners have phone right now. Their parents may allow or not allow them to use, but if they allow their kids to use, you can ask them to check dictionary, okay, for some difficult words or other issues that they face. And the fourth point is foster collaboration and communication among peers. This one is to push them to work together because some students, as I face, uh, they are introverts. They don't want to talk to their friends. Sometimes when you ask them to work in group, they prefer to work alone. They come and ask you, tell me I work alone, or sometimes work in pair. They say, okay, I don't want to work with him or her because he or she is ugly or not smart or nasty. So when you face this problem, you need to find the tips to make them work together. This one you can motivate them by asking them questions, okay, or you can ask them secretly, like, why don't you want to do this? Why don't you want to do that? Why do you hate him or her? And then you try to collaborate secretly and make sure that they like each other afterward. Maybe not today, but maybe in a week or two, they will feel better and then they can work together. Okay, so do not follow them. Do not follow them like when they say they want to work alone or they don't want to work in pair. You say, oh, okay, you can just work alone. No, don't do that. This will create the bad habit for young learners. Okay, in the future they will be very difficult to work in the team or even yeah, even they do business in the future or work, they will be very difficult in that. So let's move to the next point, the next slide. Yeah, so this is the way that you inspire the next generation. Okay? As you know, the next generation, they are very difficult. Not like in the old era, like in our way, like when we were young. Okay, like if we don't learn, the our parents will just punish us or just punish us. But right now you cannot do that. So you need to find other way to inspire them to learn. So the first point you summarize the importance of early English learning. Like you can give them example. Okay, see when you try to learn from this age, you will remember more. Something like this, like that. In the future, you try to study this language, for example, English. You see, right now, even your parents, they can speak English. They can work well. They can give you money, buy you phones, and buy you clothes. They go clothes and phones for you and computer. Even they have the internet for you to play game when you are bored. So yeah, you need to summarize the importance of early English learning like this, and then they will just, oh, okay, okay. I want to learn English. Okay, in future, I want to be easy in life, like my parents, or earn a lot of money like this. And the second point, you need to reiterate key strategies for success. This one, you mean you need to repeat what you said to them, like the key to success in life. You need to study from the early age and do not think about the mistake that you may make. Okay, do not be shy when you speak because some students really like they some young learners they have better English in grammar. They have better knowledge, so they do not want to talk. But some they just talk freely. So for those that don't want to talk, you need to reiterate the key strategies for the success for them again and again. Okay, so if you don't talk, it will be like this. It will be like that. It will be very difficult when you grow up. So you need to talk, you need to speak out. Okay, something like this. And the third point is that you encourage continuous learning and innovation in teaching methods. You need to push them. Okay, you need to give them homework. If you meet them like 5 times a week, for me, I will give them homework every day. But one day you give them more homework, but one another day you just give them less homework. See, to make sure that you encourage them to study at home. And sometimes you can give them homework that they need to ask their parents or their relatives, or if they can use the phone, they have to check their phone to find the answer for that. This is the way that you give them more innovation, okay, in learning for the young learners. And that is it. That is all for my slide. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask, or you can just share your thought if you think my slide not enough. Thank you very much.
Anyone have any question?
No question. That means we clearly understand each other. Yeah.
No question.
I think you have explained very clearly and with your confidence, and you so explain of this very helpful for me that I can understand the meaning of you explain. So I think I have no question. Thank you.
Okay. So yes. So if we have no question, later maybe move to the quiz section, or do you want to add more about the this chapter?
Okay, so yeah, if everyone just clear, clean,
Clean chưa?
clean, not your time. Okay, yes. Okay, so anything? Okay, May, any question for the group?
No, sir.
Okay, no question, no answer. Okay, the question from me, I can say like anything that you can differentiate between young learner and adult learner. Okay, we can say like you have to teach separately to teach both of them effectively. So what are the different things that you can differentiate?
From me, right? Sir?
Yeah, from your group. Okay, who
Okay.
start first is fine. Yeah.
Okay. Bong can start first or me first?
Yes, Harim, you can answer that question.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for question, teacher. Okay. So to take the young learner effectively, the first one is just only propose the content of the lesson first. Just only all. Today we will study about animal. So everyone, can you know about the word animal? Yeah, maybe the first question just only ask about the student. Another one to give a hint for student about maybe meaning or some whatever they can have a student to know about the animal, but not exactly show the real or whatever. But after the student they cannot know about the definition or what is animal. Just only show about some a little bit like give some example like a cat, a dog, or whatever that relate to the animal. That can student, oh, this is we call animal, right? Just only propose them to have a clue them to head to their study also with the context. Another one after they know about animal, they just only have any answer like, can you tell the teacher maybe ask, can you tell me what are they of animal, or can you give the name of animal that you hear or you see from the your house or whatever. The student maybe propose maybe some they see a cat, dog, what they known from their pet, right? And another one is just only make them to fit. Like, for example, like we have different technique for a young learner. Maybe to use switch this from the asking to maybe switch to the drill, can be drill repetition also. They just only show the picture to the student and the student try to repeat, like for example, so now everybody please repeat to me. This one we call card. You show the picture and they produce the word for them. You do again and again. And another one, you don't try to pronounce the word to the student, just only show the picture, give the student repeat the picture with the word what they remember also. And after that we go into the practice some maybe have a song or some any what have that relate to the vocabulary anymore. Have the student they try to remember to process much more than or can apply in their learning as well. And after that we just only give the student have any exercise, can be match the word with the picture or whatever that help student or to fit activity with the student. And this is just only effective teaching for vocabulary for the young learner teacher.
Okay, for my part, the lecturer asked how to teach the young and adult learner effectively if if we mix them in the class. Yeah, lecturer. Was that your question? Yeah, as for the question, like you can ask the young learner general question, I mean, the general knowledge that they can answer, and when you move to the adult one, you can ask them critical answer. I mean, the critical question, like for example, if you study about the Muslim, you can ask the young one, like, okay, what they wear, then they may come up, oh, I always see them wear hat and they don't go to pagoda, they go to their mosque, okay, something like this. And then you go and ask the adult learner more critical question, like, okay, do you know their haram food? Do you know what don't they eat? Okay, something like this. That is the way to treat them effectively. You ask the simple question to the young one and the critical question to the adult one, so they can learn in our class, and also pay attention. That is all of it.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, are there any question to the group? Clear or clean? Okay, yeah, it's quiet. To me, quiet mean understood. Quiet mean very clear, right? Okay, so yeah, you can administer your quiz. Yeah, for how long that you want them to do?
10
Around
minutes,
5
later.
to 10, yeah. Around
5 to 10? Yeah, about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the only 5 true false and 5 my point.
Okay, yeah. So please drop the link, yeah, into the Telegram group or through this chat is fine. Yeah, and then we still have time. We will discuss a little bit for tomorrow section. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So right now